up, guys? It's me, Tim, Gutter Growth Podcast. Today I got Evan and Jacob.
What's up, boys?
Girls.
How we doing?
Good, man. How you guys doing today?
Another
Awesome,
day.
brother. Awesome, brother. I can't wait for Gutter Summit, man. Looking forward to it.
You guys gearing up?
Yeah. Getting presentations ready, getting some, talk about some giveaways, try to figure a few things out there. And then obviously you got to pack the damn booth up and get that ready.
Yeah, man. So you guys are going to have a booth and you're going to do some speaking too, right?
Yep.
A little bit of everything, man. We spoke last year, man. It was a huge success. We got great feedback. So we're coming back this year with some heat. We got the whole system set in place for you guys. So you guys are not going to want to miss our speech this year, man. We got a lot of cool stuff to show you guys.
Good deal. So guys, today on this live, I'm going to be giving out 20% discount codes if you want to come to the summit. If you'd like that code, just drop the word grow in the comments and I'll make sure to get it to you. I'll DM you after the live. So yeah, guys, what type of topic are you guys going to be talking about at the summit?
So essentially it's how, everything ties back into marketing. Like most people think marketing is just like, oh, we're just running an ads campaign, right? But it's basically an extension of your brand, right? It represents everything that, sort of integrates into the business, like, how sort of reviews take into effect, what your branding actually looks like, how you're speaking to your audience, what your company culture looks like. It's basically how everything ties back into marketing and the proper steps you need to take before you just jump in, right? Because everyone needs to take each step one by one if they're going to be successful. There's no easy way to the top.
Yeah, he pretty much covers it. Anymore, we're going to give you, too much of our speech.
Yeah, man. Actually, I just got my Gutter Growth merch too, man. This is
nice, man.
I'll be repping this up until the summit, man. You're going to catch me in it there too, man. I'm loving the merch.
You got to get a hat too.
I got my cup from last year. I got actually two of them, but I meant to grab them.
Actually, at the on the booth, we're gonna have at our Gutter Growth booth, we're gonna have some of that merch that we're just gonna give out and hats. So you guys get a chance to get some of it at the summit. If you don't know, the merch store, all that money goes straight to charities. So there's 3 different charities we give to. I know one of them's autism, and a couple others. So we don't make any money on it. It's just something really cool we want to do for the community and, also give back. But yeah, guys, I see a bunch of people just jumped on. I got Evan and Jacob here with Mr. Pipeline. We're giving out a 20% discount code. So if you want to go ahead and comment the word grow, I'll go ahead and DM you after, and I'll go ahead and get you that code. And if you got any questions for us while we're on here, anything, websites, let's hit us with some questions, and we'll give you some answers.
Tim, it's funny. I like how you guys do the charity stuff, because with our clients, and it's even on like the onboarding form when somebody signs up, we have 3 charities that some of you also have a choice to give back to. So every year, I believe domestic violence, children, and then wounded warriors. So we do the same thing similar. So you gotta do what you can while you can.
We actually have a give back page on our website. You guys do that for a lot of clients?
Some of our clients have give back pages, but not as much as I would hope.
But it's funny too, because I had people start asking me more and more about that. And they're like, I want to get this integrated to my site, man. I love what these guys are doing over here. So, you guys are at the forefront of all this. A lot of people take advice from you guys, but I would encourage it, man. People they love that, right? They want to give back. They want to work with a company that gives back to the community. So I would definitely recommend it if it's something you've been thinking about.
And a lot of people resonate with it. So many people got kids with autism and, so it does help them out. And it's a good look, right? You have it right on your website. People could go right on there and donate. So I highly recommend it. It'll put you above the rest in the marketing.
Also stands out too for the clients or your new customers that do look into you a little deeper. They might find a connection to the whatever you're giving back to, whether it's the children, the animals, Cancer Foundation, whatever it may be. I mean, that touches people in a lot of ways.
No doubt. So Swami. What's up, guys? If anyone's on here and wants to come to the summit, go ahead and comment the word grow. I'm going to give you a 20% discount, make it a little bit cheaper for you to come. It's an event you don't want to miss. I know if you miss it, you're definitely going to regret it. A lot of good things are going to happen there.
A lot of information to be learned, that's for sure. Even if you already know, even if old dogs learn new tricks too.
Yes. Yep. And I've seen it. I've seen guys, on the truck for 30 years and, get off the truck and after 30 years of doing it one way. So an old dog could definitely learn new tricks.
Technology, anything these days, from technology to tools. I got a garage full of tools. My Snap-on toolbox is filled from top to bottom. And it's funny because when I inherited it from where I got it from, some of the tools that were in there, I'm like looking at them, I'm like, holy crap, this is an old version of whatever it may be. And to see how that tool has changed, again, that's not for everything, but to see how it's changed over time, I'm like, this is a huge difference in the way, technology has even shaped some things like that.
I think every 3 years, everything's completely different almost.
Yeah. Dude, and we're moving faster than ever right now with all this AI stuff and everything getting integrated. It's like, things are growing exponentially year over year now. But yeah, the other thing too is like a lot of people hit us up and it'll be like a family-owned business, like taken down from like their father, let's just say, that they're inheriting their gutter company that they always worked in. But, the biggest thing is, when you have this foundation of the business built on one person and then it's being passed on to the next, sometimes you lose a lot of those connections, and they didn't really focus on like the digital world, which is the age that we live in. So it's a problem a lot of guys have, but we've been able to help a lot of people like get in front of their audience online just by, sort of changing the ways, updating their sites, even because your website's a tool too.
Evan, can we talk a little bit about that? How AI's changing things in the SEO world, or Jacob?
Yeah, that's an endless topic. We're definitely going to touch on it some for our speech, just about part of the branding and things like that. I can drop a few points. Jacob can obviously drop a few too, but just real quick to add something what Jacob was saying, my favorite personal client is teaching the old dog new tricks. Is when they come to us like, hey man, I've had my father's business. My father's been in business. He's retiring for 25 years and, custom cabinetry and stuff. And it's just like, and we helped him get digital. We helped him generate leads, and he doesn't even know how to turn a computer on. But it's fun. It's great. It's a good feeling knowing you're taking someone who knows nothing about the world and kind of slowly introducing them to the world of technology.
And one thing I want to mention too about the whole AI thing, because like originally it was just the topic of conversation was SEO, so search engine optimization, and now it's search everywhere optimization, because now you have an AI overview, you have people going to ChatGPT to look things up. So we've restructured our strategy over the last year or two just to basically focus on honing in on this AI and serving what it's actually looking for. So the way things are sort of changing is you have a lot of blogs that are coming into play. Additional AI, right? Sorry about that. I've got somebody ringing my doorbell.
I'll take over for you. So with like this, again, it's an endless conversation when it comes to AI, and for things like social media posts, it can be used for helping fill slots of missed time where you're not posting. People use AI to now auto generate photos. As far as marketing, your content is ever changing these days, because now, like you said, people use ChatGPT, people use these other platforms. They don't even know how they operate. They just see it, they just hear about it, so they're using it. We have clients generating leads from ChatGPT because I've heard that. Yeah, because what happens is, in a very short story, again, I am no AI genius, nor is he. We know what we need to know. But when AI is asked a question, it scrubs the internet in milliseconds, right? And it's not scrubbing ads, it's scrubbing blogs, it's scrubbing articles, it's scrubbing, just content, in other words. So therefore, having content, having things on your website, having those blogs, that is stuff that AI scrubs, and that's how you can generate additional leads in the future. That's how you can be more one with AI, in other words. But everything about that world is content driven.
So would you say that blogs are more important now than they used to be, even though they're always kind of important?
Blogs have had ever since I've lived in this worked in this industry. It's always been content, but it's always been like this. For a while, PR articles were a huge thing. That kind of went out the window. But yes, blogs, there was a time where they were great, then algorithms changed and they were okay. Blogs are 100% back to being very important, because you're just providing Google with more information, And what blogs tend to target is words or statements that people go to Google and type in. Where like SEO, you want to SEO and Google Ads, you want to type in, a target gutter company or gutter installation. With blogs, you're almost like targeting, why is it important to get gutter guards on my house? Or when do I know I need to get my gutters clean? And then that's a lot of traffic that can start developing.
Yeah, and to build off that, it's conversational, right? If you're going to AI to make a search, it's almost like you're having a conversation and it's putting you information, you ask another question. So it's that conversational AI that basically what you're targeting in the blogs.
And that's why it's looking more towards blogs, because it's looking from a conversational standpoint.
Yeah, and SEO, the foundation is still so important. I mean, it builds your credibility online, it builds your domain authority, but blogs is really hitting AI specifically in the way that people are actually looking for things.
It all goes hand in hand, though. You can't just do one thing and not do the other, in a sense. Like, blogs are definitely something to tack on. Don't go out here thinking that we just told you to go sign up for blogs for some company and you're going to start ranking, because that's not the case. You'll start ranking for random keywords that, are not really necessarily generating you traffic, but it's just going to be generic keywords. So if you are watching this and you are looking into these things, start with SEO before you go down the blog route. But if you love to write and you're into writing and that's just your thing, go ahead and start writing and learning how to slap blogs on your website. But there are proper ways of doing it, right? And don't go to AI and just type in, hey, AI, make me a blog, because you're going to get crushed by Google eventually.
I remember writing some of them like eight years ago, and I'm like, and I did a couple of them like, you guys could do it.
Yeah, blogs, that wasn't my favorite class in college.
Yeah.
English, literature.
So guys, if you're just hopping on, we're giving out 20% discount code to the Gutter Summit. You don't want to miss this event. You really don't. It's definitely going to pay off. What's up, Grant?
Grant, man of the hour.
What's up, Jonathan?
What time, as far as the summits, you guys got any things that you want to, mention that are going to be happening that hasn't been, talked about a lot? We are 30 days or less for that thing?
Yeah, so the VIP sold out, so it's a little late on that, but the VIP event's going to be dope. We're going to be at Spectra, going to do a whole tour. We're also going to have a ton of vendors out there.
I remember a lot of people talking about the Spectra tour last year, because obviously it's very, like I told
last year I did some mitering training. This year we're going to do soldering training, so that's going to be really cool.
Got to change it up.
Soldering's a skill that probably 99% of us lack. I'm not even that good at it. I had guys.
Hey, I know how to take the solder gun. I know how to touch the metal, and I know that it turns into a liquid and forms hard. Doing it proper way, can't really tell you about that, Mar.
It takes a little finesse.
Yeah.
And the right tools, So we're going to go ahead and show everyone how to do that out there. That's going to be pretty cool. We got the Alurex is sponsoring the VIP event at night. We're going to have
we're great
we're going to have a great dinner, but we're also going to have down at the Speakeasy, we're going to have hand-rolled cigars and alcohol and just have a good time. A lot of networking.
A ton of networking. I mean, we met so many people last time, and so many of our current clients and, new ones and future ones. And the networking was just, I've been to a lot of conferences, right? And a lot of times it's overwhelming. It's just, there's always something or someone who's going on. But like every time I tell someone, the summit is just been completely different. It's more, it almost feels more homey, it's easier to sit down and have a conversation. But I've been to 30 plus conventions and conferences over the last few years, and the summit just hits different. And I'm not just saying that because I'm sitting right on the podcast.
No, it really does. We got a whole energy to it. So it's not just that you're hearing speakers and you're doing classes and you're learning, but just the energy of the place. And, you can take that energy with you and carry it on. It'll definitely give you a good boost after the summit. I've heard so many stories of guys like really improving their business after.
Mm-hmm. So have I. We talk about it too.
Oh, and we're also giving away 100, or not us, but Spectra's giving away 100,000 and, materials. We're giving out a gutter machine. Last year, it was a perfect person who won a gutter machine. He was just getting in the business, didn't have one yet, and went to the Gutter Summit.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what it's all about, man.
Jacob, you want to start a gutter business, bro? We got 2 shots at getting a machine. We can get this thing started, boy.
I'd rather help people grow their business, man. I like being on
business.
Yeah, so that's going to be good. And there's going to be more giveaways than that. That's just what Spectra's giving away. We're going to be giving away stuff at Gutter Growth and Secret Weapons and a ton of
We'll be
people.
giving something away, but we don't. We always kind of
You know what's funny? I know everybody has been getting into this golf kick. Like, I know Grant's been on this golf kick, Jam's been on this golf kick, man. So we kind of were like thinking, we're like, how can we sort of, connect with people that are trying to get into it? So we actually have some things golf related that we're going to be giving away also. So it's going to be very cool. So you definitely want to stop by the booth.
Damn,
we got a little golf thing out there that we're going to be hitting. Grant just bought it the other day, so it'll be pretty cool. You win some prizes if you hit the right thing.
Oh, that'd be cool. Get one of those little pop-up virtual things.
Yeah, that's what it is. Something like that. I don't know what he bought, but it's something like that.
You're gonna see me at the booth. I'm gonna be at the golf.
Do a little putt.
I did a little dangerous.
I did surprisingly good at golf, and I think it's probably because I'm not taking it as serious as everyone else.
The more serious you take it, the more stressful.
Yeah,
that's a stressful ass sport, man. I tell you what.
Yeah, they were like, Tim, we need to make him bet some money to put some pressure on him because I was doing too good. So I was like, dude, don't give a shit.
Yeah, nah, you don't be doing that. Yeah. Then you take it more serious.
I don't know. I mean, if I take it more serious, I might do worse.
And that's what's gonna happen. So keep on your grind.
Yeah, okay. No, Grant's taking it super serious. The guy went and had to do 800 swings before we all went together. So
yeah.
That's determination, though. That just goes to show you what type of person Grant is, man. He
locks in. Yeah, he
spun himself out before he even started.
Majak too's taking it really serious.
Mm-hmm.
So. Hey, anything that boy puts his mindset to, it's gonna be taken seriously.
Yeah,
that's the one thing I'll tell you about him. That's for sure.
So if anyone's jumping on, go ahead and comment the word grow. And I will get you a 20% discount code.
Again, we got to comment our shit. We got to get our 20%.
What's up, Lisa?
I just realized.
So they're grinding a mother's gutters.
Yeah, how's everything been going with mothers? It's been a little while since we checked in on it.
Yeah, it's doing good. We're kind of doing a slow start. We haven't went real hard yet. We're kind of building out
all the plate right now, though,
all the SOPs, the marketing, and as soon as the summit's over, we're gonna put the gas down.
I think whoever you guys got doing your social needs to do a speech at the summit because I mean, between the local trends and the little dances and stuff, I mean, that's like we did a podcast earlier for Mr. Pipeline, and what people need to understand is social media is silly and stupid as a lot of us think it is, and we use it to connect with random videos. Like half my social media is fishing. But at the end of the day, social is very important these days, right? We're in almost year 2026. The generation that's now and that's owning the homes and buying the new homes and remodeling the homes is my generation. We're millennials, right? We started with black and white cell phones, and we understand what color is now. And so we are that 100%. I had a cell phone, or my parents was no
pagers.
My dad's brick phone, dude. Are you kidding me? He had the charger on his side, and he forgot it one day. I'm like, how do you forget that thing? It's the size of whatever. But at the end of the day, we are the new generation. So our people, or most of our people, are on Facebook, are doing this social stuff. So if you are coming across like these ads that are relevant to today's world or the Cracker Barrel thing, you're going to get people intrigued and, maybe submit leads, like the stuff, follow, start liking. And that's what social is all about, branding yourself and just getting out there. So back to what you're getting at, Mother's Gutters, that's some good social and some good.
Yeah, that's on fire. Well, we got our secret weapons, so I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Whatever
you're gonna do, man, is a secret weapon. You'll have your social just like Mother's. You also have your phone answered. So I mean,
yeah, and the way that the search engine is changing too. I mean, like socials play such an important part because what Google wants to see is a business that's active on all platforms. And now that they sort of communicate with each other, social is almost more important than ever now.
So is that tying into SEO? Like they're paying attention if you're posting?
They like activity on social media. Because if you look at your Google business profile nowadays, you'll see the socials are linked to the bottom there if you have that linked properly. Yep. And it will pull data from like Facebook, Instagram, all these other social platforms. It's such an integral part. And it shouldn't be just like blindly posting just to post. It should still be geared towards your brand, your audience. But with that being said, it is a factor that's taken into consideration nowadays.
Just think about SEO as a giant, like just not giant, but think of SEO as a motor, right? That motor runs on 500 different things, unless it's a piece of crap electric motor and it runs off a battery. Anyways, it runs on 500 different moving parts in order for it to run. Facebook is just one little moving part, and your socials are just each individual's one little moving part of the giant motor. So all of that stuff matters. And as Jacob mentioned, as time goes on, those things are becoming more serious, more prevalent in the overall view of SEO. So all of things matter.
I know that Facebook's a lot of times just double checked. Like they'll find you on Google, but they want to do some research on the company. And that's
millennials.
Look at the social. If you don't have nothing, it's like, oh, it's kind of not a good look.
Well, it's like if you want to run something like Facebook ads, but you don't have any online presence on Facebook, so you don't make any posts. It's like I'm going to see that right away as a consumer. So you want to make sure that especially if you're looking to market on something like social media, that you have that activity, that you build a brand. It's basically like community building, man. It's another trust factor.
Are you finding more companies going the Facebook ad route in the gutter industry?
It's cheaper, I think it's a good way to get your foot in the door. I mean, especially if you're doing something like cleaning or guards, like it sparks somebody's interest. Like not many people are looking for installs on something like Facebook, but it's a right place, right time thing. That's what we talked about in our speech last year. It's all about being the right place, right time. I mean, you know how it is if you're scrolling on social media and something grabs your attention. It's exactly what you were sort of looking for without actually making that next step yet. That's how Facebook sort of, is the winner.
And you got to be able to take that extra step yourself as a business owner, right? Like, respectfully, we do Facebook ads for people, and no matter what the outcome is, it's like, hey, we're just running the ads. You're providing the content, right? So providing those videos, doing those short videos, rather than just sitting a stagnant image. A lot of those things matter. And sure, we can add some graphics and stuff to a picture, but at the end of the day, if your advertising and social isn't aligning with your actual post and you're kind of telling a story and pitching a brand, it's just kind of like, it's just hit or miss, in other words. So you got to really, you as a business owner have to also play your role in this, in the marketing game.
And have fun with it too. That's because people are going to relate to things that you're doing on social media. If they like what you're doing with your company culture, you're giving your team members a shout out. Like now they know who they're working with and the type of people that you are. So it's just another extension for somebody to find more about your business, and it's more engaging, right? I mean, all these short form videos, all this content, like that's what gets the people commenting, gets the people interested, and gets the people wanting to work with you in the first place.
Well, you have us on here. Ask us a question, someone.
Otherwise, we'll keep talking marketing and golf.
Yeah.
And then comment grow for 20% on the summit tickets. If you're not going, shame on you.
You're going to miss out, and you're going to like all of our photos from a distance.
It's cool, man. I can't wait to see everybody again this year, man. Like I made some like close friends, right? These are people that we work with, but now these are people that know us personally, and they feel so much more comfortable like reaching out to us, just talking things out, because like we're genuinely here to help people. So like that's what I would like to see out of working with somebody. It's supposed to be a partnership. So the biggest thing is that the connections you're going to make at this event are going to be like on anything else you've ever had at a convention before, if you didn't go last year. Because if you did go, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no doubt.
If they went last year, they're probably coming this year for the most part.
And we're going to have more people this year. We're going to have more vendors. Yes, I believe there is some rooms available. Don't quote me on it. Like, if you haven't booked your room yet and you got a Gutter Summit ticket, please do it, because last year they did sell out. And then it's not a huge deal, but you'll definitely have a better experience if you're there. This hotel is really cool. It's a small hotel. It's not big. We're going to be bumping into each other everywhere. And it's just like, it's historic. It was in the early 1900s. Gone with the Wind was shot there. So it's got a really cool historic feel, and it's a nice hotel. It's more like apartments, to be honest with you.
They are. They're everyone. We cooked pizza last time.
Because it was a condominium at one point, and I guess it turned into a hotel later. So the rooms are amazing. It's not like any normal hotel.
Weren't you offering, if anybody wanted to bring a sleeping bag, they can crash with you though if they needed extra space?
I got the penthouse, but it'll have
to answer Brandon's question.
In other rooms, so
Brandon just asked the question: what percentage of revenue should be spent on ad budget? Unfortunately, there's not an answer for that. Now,
I have an answer, but it's not particularly that.
Correct. As far as your marketing budget overall, you should be spending about 10% of your gross revenue. But as far as your ads budget, that really comes down to research, man. Because everywhere is different. Cost per clicks are different. Search volume is different. There's honestly multitude of things that can defer that. But if you're talking Google, I can tell you right now that the average person on gutters, pending where you are, you will be spending a minimum of $3,000 roughly on Google ads for gutters to properly compete.
I would say 5 is probably.
Oh yeah, no, that's not every area. I'm talking middle of Kentucky, maybe. You know, but yes, if you're talking like just overall, closer to 5,000, give or take, depending on the area, because some areas are cheaper on cost per clicks. But you're.
I've had it as high as 15, 20 grand at times with
absolutely. I mean,
my old company.
We're also in South Florida, so that's a market that can handle that. I can name a multitude of people who we work with.
Some of them don't have the searches, right? In certain areas.
Correct. It's all about the volume. So you can have a $10,000 budget on Google Ads, but that may not do you any good other than run your ads longer for the day because there's not enough search volume for the month to hit that budget. So it's an open question, open-ended.
Brandon, just to kind of elaborate on that, the actual number for like what the average company in the United States spends is 6%. 10% is more of aggressive. You know, I like 10%. The thing about gutters, it's a volume play. So as long as you got dialed in how much that job is costing you, and, you know, the lead's going to cost you so much, the job's going to cost you so much, you'll figure that out through your close ratio. But as long as you're making money, 10% is not a bad number. If you're spending $200, but you're getting a $2,000 job, I'm sure there's profit in that if you're pricing the footage right.
To answer your second question there, Brandon, yes, 10% overall for your digital marketing or your marketing in general. That should be like your minimum kind of spend for everything that you're doing to get your name out there.
And that's for the growth mindset too, because like it takes money to make money. So like if you're trying to grow, 10% is that aggressive, you know, sort of budget to have. 6% if you're trying to like slowly build, I guess you could say, because obviously it has to make sense with the numbers too and where you're at.
I said average company, so you don't want to be average. You want to be that growth mindset company and put the gas down to the floor.
6 minimum, 10 decent, 15 20 the pedals to the floor.
Yeah.
Everyone's goals are different though too. You got to understand that. Some people want to be 1 truck, 1 crew. Some people want to be 4 trucks. So everyone's mindset is different too. So we got to take that into accountability.
So Trevor's got a question here for us. What is a more valuable SEO effort? Having service area landing pages built out on your web page or having backlinks on other pages? I don't know nothing about that.
So I mean, I could definitely sort of elaborate on that, right? So the service specific city pages is what we call them, form connections with the local areas. That's where you have your keywords, a specific service that you're targeting, and a specific area that you're targeting as well. It's like walking into a grocery store and you have the different aisles set in place. You know, Google wants to see that same mindset where it's like they can go through the site, they know exactly what the consumer's looking for and where that page should bring them. So that's how you form those connections. Backlinks help with domain authority. But I see more often than not, you know, bad backlinks can do more harm than good. So I've talked to companies and they're like, oh, I get this many backlinks a week or whatever like that.
10,
and I'll look into the backlinks and they're not credible whatsoever, which actually does more harm than good. So if you're doing the backlinks, you got to make sure they're credible. And, you know, that's the biggest thing.
Those pages also can expire.
Can you explain backlinks to somebody that's ignorant to it?
So it's basically another site that's relevant to the term or keywords that you're trying to rank for, linking from that external site to your website. And then there's internal links, which is linking through, on your website to another site. Backlinks are powerful because it's then saying, hey, this outsourced site is now saying for this term, we're basically driving traffic here. So I hope that makes sense, but a backlink is an external link to your website.
So it's just
landing pages are on-page content, which is where Google also picks up terminology. So again, they both have their values to them at the end of the day.
But you have to do it properly.
Correct. A lot of companies like to do the backlinking because they spit again, it's just there's so many different moving parts in this world. A lot of companies, the companies that are, in my opinion, from what I've learned and seen over the years of doing this, is those cheaper SEO companies that you don't actually physically see work being done on your website, like Pages and the other, use a lot of just irrelevant, just use backlinks and just spam, whatever sticks kind of thing. So they have their, and it's another thing too, like you asked blogs earlier about, are they just as good as they used to be? It's one of those things where I've read articles, about how it's had its ups and its downs, but at the end of the day, there is no right or wrong answer there because they both are valuable, but you definitely need to make sure you also at least, you have to have that on-site content on your website about those individual cities, about the services you serve in those cities, have county pages. Content is king, no matter how much you put on your website. Just make sure your website can support it. You don't crash it, but content is king. Videos, pictures saved the right way, city pages, inner pages, everything. I mean, look at gutters. You guys have every style of gutter built out.
I want to tell you guys something too, because like most people don't know this, like Google owns YouTube, right? So if you start a YouTube page for your business and then link those videos onto your website, and the YouTube video is talking about a specific process or service that you provide, that's very powerful, right? So I would suggest, if you're out there and you're focusing on content, you're like, what else can I do that's, potentially another way to grow my company organically? Start a business YouTube page, link it through the site, link the videos there. Not only will the videos load faster because it's on a third party, but it's also another link to your website. And it's very powerful.
What kind of content do you recommend for that?
I would go through like the processes, like, you guys do a good job sometimes when you make videos about like cutting the gutters, talking about, what a seamless gutter is, or the different styles of gutters. I know, a lot of people like to focus on maybe higher end gutters like copper gutters. If you have a copper gutter page and then have a video all about copper gutters and like talking about that and what the process looks like, that's something you can link onto your site.
What are case style? What are half rounds? I mean, nobody likes to love being on camera. Some people do, but build videos like that. So explain on your video, like, yeah, this is just different thing. This is YouTube content. What's a case style? Give them a 60-second rundown on what a case style is and show a house at the end and a half round. Add it to your website.
You know what I feel like the next trend is, or it's kind of starting to take place? When someone has like, a face forward camera, not on them, and they're doing the installation. So they're like putting together a downspout, or they're caulking a corner.
The camera's like in the yard videotaping them.
Right. And they're talking about the company and, stuff while they're doing it. I think people like really watching processes. It's like,
it's an OCD thing. That's why pressure washing and paper sealing videos are so good, because you see clean to dirty, dirty to clean. There's people, that's a thing for people. They love watching.
They just like watching it. Yeah. So it's just, I think that's the next big thing. I think that's a good thing to probably do.
Yeah. And I know some people probably love those meta glasses. Some people probably hate them. I mean, I've never used them before, but like, that's great for POV style videos. Like, you throw it on, hey, meta record, and then basically just do your job and do what you're doing throughout, installing the gutters, cutting them, doing everything that you do. And then chop that up into a quick video. And you can remarket that through the site, through social media, and it's just good for engagement altogether. If you like watching the video, your consumers are probably going to like watching the video. It's the easiest way to put it.
And if you have no idea how to do any of this, hire a VA and have them do it for you. Send them a bunch of content, and then they will chop that bad boy up, and they will make something for you. The local person is going to charge you an arm and a leg.
I don't know what I would do without my VAs.
I must need one.
They're so on top of their stuff. I mean, I'll just tell you, like, because people that work with us and like they'll add their VA into Basecamp, let's just say, or whatever communication platform, and they're so on top of everything and they get it done. Whereas, like, if you're out in the field, like, you're probably not staying on top of all these messages.
They get 10 times faster.
They're so good. I had to tell a guy the other day, because I know a bunch of people signed up for Secret Weapon. I was talking to this one dude, and I had to tell him, I'm like, dude, she is so on fire and she's so good at what she does. This is the best decision you probably ever made.
Yeah, no, they're super talented. We do a really good job vetting them, or Aldrin does. So
that's part of the game. They got to make sure you set them up for success from the beginning.
So a couple more minutes, guys. If you got any more questions, now's the time to hit it up. Go ahead and comment something in the comments. If you want a 10% or 20% off on the summit ticket, go ahead and type in the word grow.
Do you have a certain amount of summit tickets left? I know VIP
There's
sold
not
out.
that many left, man. We already got more people than last year. So, I mean, I might have
I figured it
space
wasn't many.
I might have space for like 15 people.
That's good. Legacy said they love their VA. See? Best thing
Yeah,
ever.
Dude.
Yep. That's Scott Spearman, by the way.
Oh, I know, Scotty.
Yeah, no, he's had a VA for a while now. He's been
They're great,
happy
man. I
from the
mean,
beginning. Everyone's happy with them.
Jacob hit it on the head too. Like we have a couple. Like one of my guys is like, hey, you know, can I connect you with my VA to start the website process? I'm like, absolutely. You know, they're probably better at communicating than you are. So I'm like, send them on over.
Yeah.
You know, these companies that you pay to manage your social organically, they pretty much cost as much as a VA, and then you have nothing else that they're doing. Like you got someone for 40 hours. When you get a secret weapon that can do
they're definitely good for a lot of that, a lot of filler posts. Like, because for example, like we just launched a social media post avenue this week. Our social posts are geared towards actual SEO things. I mean, we can talk more about it, you know, if anybody wants to talk about at the summit or whatever. But yeah, ours are not just your generic fillers. We're gearing ours to a whole different direction. But yeah, I mean, the VAs are great for, I mean, you train the right one, you get them to start writing blogs for you. They're doing your invoicing. They're doing your social posts. They're doing your edits. I mean, that's just something that a lot of business owners these days either don't have time for or just not equipped to understand the technology. I mean, I only know so much, to be honest.
We don't have time for it. And what are you doing a $9 an hour job for? You know, have someone else do it. You know, get it done. It's less than $400 a week. It's like $370-ish.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, something like I said, I've been around technology and phones and all this stuff forever, and I'm like, this phone is way smarter than me. I need somebody else to show me how to do this.
Make sure I don't miss Brandon's follow-up question. But yeah, that 10% we were referring
we covered it.
Yeah, the total.
Yeah, we covered it.
Okay.
It is total, absolutely.
So, all right, guys. I guess that's it. I appreciate you coming on here. Excited to see you guys at the summit.
Absolutely.
And
hopefully see you before at golf, maybe.
Are you gonna come? I'll smoke you.
Yeah.
We'll
smoke the competition. I don't know about you smoking us at golf.
Yeah, we smoke the competition, not you. Relax. Watch out. I got my secret weapon right there. Her name's Jacob. It's a golfing genius.
Is it?
Right. Yeah, man. I've been playing very heavily ever since COVID, man. I just love the game, man. It takes your mind off everything, man. If you haven't gotten into it and just want to check it out, man, I highly recommend it, man. It'll just ease everything. You don't got to take it serious. Like take Tim's approach, man. Just have fun.
Hey, my approach, I'm winning. So
hey, and golf is the number one. I could be wording this improperly, but it is what it is. Golf's the number one like business sport. You're not going to play. I play other sports. You're not going to a hockey game or something like that to talk business. You're going to the golf course and you're going to play 18 holes for the next 2-3 hours with somebody and you talk business. So relationships are heavily developed over golf.
So good deal. You guys got any last words?
See you at the summit.
Yeah, we'll see you out there, man. I'm so excited, man. I can't wait. 30 days.
A little bit less. See you, brother.
A little less, yeah.
Later, boys. Have a good one.
You too.
Take it easy. Good seeing you.